Hello.
Hello, everyone. We are recording.
We are recording.
As I sip my coffee.
Sip, sip, sip.
So, hi, everyone. Welcome to the Gallifrey Gals Get Warped, where we talk about tea.
Where we talk about weird, random shit all the time in the beginning. Hello.
Hi, I'm Paula.
I am Katrina.
And
I'm still the same.
Yeah, we are. We're still matching. We're watching Star Trek The Next Generation. We're on season 3, episode 15. This episode, I'm going to tell you what it's called, Katrina. Katrina, if you're new to us, Katrina has never seen Star Trek before, so we're showing her for the first time. It's very exciting.
I love it.
This episode is called Yesterday's Enterprise.
Yesterday's Enterprise. Huh.
Something's happening. A new change in sensor readings. Mr. Data?
Scanning sensors.
Apparently, to work with Whoopi Goldberg's schedule, they had to write the script in 3 days.
Lieutenant, what are their sensor readings? Is that an enemy vessel?
I'm getting too much interference, Captain.
I'm gonna...
That's the blonde hair you saw!
Fleet formation briefing in main war room.
I was trying to hide from you. She was gonna be in this.
Really going to cry.
Now look at Guinan. Here she goes. This isn't right.
And she's like, oh no.
Captain. Definitely Federation starship. Accessing registry.
Oh my god, she looks so good.
NCC 1701 C.
The same as theirs.
USS Enterprise.
The rift is certainly not stable, Captain. It could collapse at any time.
So they think
Captain,
they're the original
scan the
ones?
interior of the ship
In
next.
this timeline, they
are?
This is
Heavy damage to warp field nacelles and hull bearing struts. Internal space frame. Life signs, Captain. Readings are sporadic. It looks like they have massive casualties, but some are still alive.
Bridge to sick bay. Emergency teams. Stand by transporter rooms.
Understood.
Relay that order, Doctor.
Respectfully, if I may suggest, regardless of where they came from, they are here now and they need our help.
Commander, if that ship has traveled into the future, we could be dealing with variables that will alter the flow of our history.
We need to talk. Somehow this is all wrong. This is not the way it's supposed to be.
Picard's like, what? Yeah, that actor's been in a few things.
I look at things, I look at people, and they just don't feel right.
This sick bay.
She's gonna piece it together.
Even on the starbase. And your uniforms. What ship is this, Captain? Please try to be still. I must insist. What ship?
Get aboard the Enterprise, Captain. 1701 D.
The Romulans were attacking it. We engaged them. But there were 4 warbirds.
Then our Ender 3 outpost was destroyed. It is regrettable that you did not succeed. A Federation starship rescuing a Klingon outpost might have averted 20 years of war.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. In this current timeline,
So they're what happened because...
I still can't
that
quite
Interesting.
didn't happen. Now we're all at war with the
22
Klingons.
years. How can I ask them to sacrifice themselves based solely on your intuition?
I don't know. But I do know that this is a mistake. Every fiber in my being says this is a mistake. I can't explain it to myself, so I can't explain it to you. I only know that I'm right.
Who is to say that this history is any less proper than the other?
I suppose I am.
Not good enough, damn it! Not good enough! I will not ask them to die.
40 billion people have already died. This war's not supposed to be happening. You've got to send those people back to correct this.
And what is the guarantee that if they go back, they will succeed? Every instinct is telling me this is wrong, it is dangerous, it is futile.
This timeline must not be allowed to continue. Now, I've told you what you must do. You have only your trust in me to help you decide to do it.
Fuck. That was really intense.
Deflector shield technology.
Most everyone calls me Castillo. My mother calls me Richard.
Okay, Castillo.
No. I think maybe I'd like it better if you called me Richard.
Stupid show. Don't make me feel good things about this situation that you're gonna fucking rip away from me.
It's so cute. That's not cute though.
This alt timeline is so crazy.
One ship could have stopped this war before it started.
Mr. Castillo,
Yes, Captain.
inform the crew we're going back.
Yes, Captain. If you get back to Earth and you see a man, say in his late 50s, taking a hard, long look across a crowded room. Hey, damn it,
Goodbye, Lieutenant.
Ah. Fuck you, show.
Shields are up. Functioning.
Initiating evasive maneuvers, gamma sequence.
Ready, phasers? Enterprise D, has your captain returned safely?
Captain Garrett, damage report. Captain Garrett.
This is Lieutenant Yar, sir. Captain Garrett is dead.
Oh my god.
We keep saying goodbye, don't we?
I wish we had more time.
More.
But there's something more when you look at me, isn't there? I can see it in your eyes, Guinan. We've known each other too long.
We weren't meant to know each other at all. At least that's what I sense when I look at you.
Do you know how?
No. But I do know it was an empty death. A death without purpose.
Guinan says I died a senseless death in the other timeline. I didn't like the sound of that, Captain. I'd like my death to count for something.
I don't want to go through this a second time.
The mission grounds. But we must protect the Enterprise C until she enters the temporal rift. And we must succeed. Let's make sure that history never forgets the name. Enterprise. Guard out.
It never will.
He's so quietly like stressed out and crying the whole episode.
This will be a hard one to cut for YouTube. Sorry.
Course 148003.
Aye, sir. Coming to 217 Mark 115, increasing to 2/3 impulse.
He looks so grown up in the uniform.
He looked good in an actual uniform, yeah.
It's crazy. Jesus.
Damage control teams, deck 14.
One enemy target destroyed, sir.
report.
Heavy casualty in the secondary hull.
How long before the
It's
Enterprise
so
enters the
weird
rift?
seeing the
52 seconds,
Enterprise
sir.
like
Yeah. Like in
All
real
remaining
danger.
power to the defense systems.
Controls not responding.
oh my god.
Ship Enterprise, surrender and prepare to be boarded. That will be the day.
That will be the day. Look at Picard. We got this. Jump over that thing.
Report, Lieutenant.
Readings fluctuated momentarily. It appeared to be a ship, but then it vanished.
The phenomenon is closing in on itself.
Very well. Prepare a Class 1 sensor probe. We'll leave it behind to monitor the final closure. Mr. Crusher, lay in a course for Archer 4.
Tell me about Tasha Yar.
That's my favorite episode of the entire series.
because it's so fucking good.
I've been waiting so long for us to get to it. When I realized that's what we were about to watch next, I tried to put on my best poker face. I got so excited. So I want to hear what you think about the episode. Then I'm going to talk to you about some things that I think about the episode if we don't discuss them with what you bring up. And then I have a few little interesting tidbits to tell you, but I want to know what you thought about yesterday's Enterprise and the fact that I've been hiding from you since Tasha's death that we would see her again in this episode. And oh my gosh,
so
the
like
internet did such a good job of not spoiling it for you.
it's so bittersweet.
Yeah.
I don't feel like the couple people I've talked to about, TNG, like a lot of them don't really like remember Tasha or don't like really pay mind to her, but like I really fucking loved her character. Yeah. And obviously they didn't always write her the best in the first season, but I loved her character so fucking much, and that death sucked.
They wrote it intentionally to feel senseless so that it would feel like people were in danger on the show.
Yeah.
But you can tell in this episode that they kind of regretted it, I think, and wanted the opportunity to give her
something more. Yeah. Because it was so senseless. There was just nothing to it. It was this fucking, random life form that was just power hungry and angry. Yeah. So what an incredible opportunity for, the actress and her character to have, because it's fucking Tasha. She's not, just like Worf, she has the same kind of attitude of like, if she's going to die, she hopes it's not in vain, like doing what she's supposed to do, which is protecting her captain, protecting her ship. And yeah, that just sucked because it's like I was so excited for like the first like 20 minutes of the episode, and then it like slowly sunk in where I was like, well, she's not gonna get to stay. Fuck, I'm gonna have to go through it again. Yeah. And I loved that. Okay, let's talk about the fact that this was written in 3 days. What the fuck?
So this is, let me look at, I'll make sure I have this right, because this was, there's so much about this, y'all. There's so many bits of information about this episode. I'm going to talk about a few things, but I'd love to know any trivia that you know about this episode that you want to drop in the comments. I'd love to know about it.
So would I.
So where is the thing?
3 days.
Okay, so the original idea for this episode was submitted in a spec script because Michael Piller, who we've talked about before, who came on this season, had an open submissions policy. So then someone else kind of on the writing staff, I believe, was working on the idea of something that might bring Denise Crosby back for an episode. And then I think they kind of took those things and combined them a little bit. And then they like made changes, obviously. So because of when they wanted to release this, which is the first episode back after their Christmas hiatus, and they wanted Guinan so heavily in the episode, they needed to move up their filming once they added Guinan in it in this way, and in order to accommodate the schedules of Denise Crosby, who plays Tasha Yar, and Whoopi Goldberg. And so it says here, as a result, the pitch storyline needed to be turned into a teleplay over the Thanksgiving weekend of 1989 prior to filming commencing on December 11th. So 4 of them split it up and worked on it in different bits to get it done in time. And basically got it done in over the Thanksgiving weekend, which is just absolutely
remarkable.
Nuts.
Because that is a fucking story. That is that was so good, start to finish.
It was so well done.
So well written, so well acted. The opportunities that I not only was it good writing, but when you can have an actor, 2 actors take a relationship that literally spawned in this episode and make me fucking care about it.
It's
that fast,
they did it so well. They let each scene build a tiny little bit, and
in the best
so that they
way.
Really do earn that kiss.
Yes.
They earn the attachment you feel for them. And it is amazing how they're able to do it in such a short amount of time. It's such good writing and it's such good acting. I think a lot of that goes to what was his name? McDonald, who played Castillo. The way he
Christopher. It was amazing.
He does such a good job in the performance. You believe it so. It's just so well done. It's so good.
I believed it for every second it was happening. There's not one moment
movies where I've been like, I don't believe these 2 characters.
I don't believe that relationship.
Together. And in 20 minutes, this episode makes me fully on board. It's such proof that you can do it, and it doesn't take long. You just have to do it right.
You just have to do it right.
Ronald D. Moore was responsible for writing the romantic storyline. So I guess kudos to old Ronnie.
Kudos to Ronnie, and also again just kudos to the 2 of them, because it was just so beautifully acted. They did their work, and they did it fucking fast, but they did it good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you said, I have sat and I've watched whole movies. I've watched shows where whole seasons where they're trying to pitch these characters as a thing. And I'm just like, I don't fucking believe it.
Yeah.
And they accomplished it. Just that first, the subtleness and the sweetness when she's talking in the beginning of the meeting, and he's just kind of looking at her like, holy shit, I may be terrified in 22 years in the future, but did I just meet the love of my fucking life?
You can tell that he goes and
I could just see all of it.
Oh gosh, they just make it work.
It was just so fucking good. And Guinan, and I just love this whole, I love the respect and the want and the need for Whoopi Goldberg, because again, referencing David Tennant's podcast, when he interviewed her and she discussed it, she didn't talk about anything spoilery or anything like that, but she said how watching Star Trek, the original one, I don't know what the character's name is, but I think there's a woman of color, there's a black woman, a very strong character, and Whoopi saw her as a kid, and she goes on to talk about the fact that in sci-fi, she didn't see Black people. She didn't see people of color or people of ethnicity. And it almost made it seem like they made it like they weren't going to exist in the future. She didn't see herself in the future. And then she saw Star Trek, and then she saw that character, and then TNG happened. And she just was like, I want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
And they didn't believe her. They didn't believe her and didn't hit her up about it, because they were like, no way, that's not true. And then she was like, no,
yeah,
I want to be in this. Let me be in this. And that's just so cool and just very exciting.
The actress in the original series is Nichelle Nichols.
Nichelle Nichols.
And I'm going to mess up how to say this name. The character is Nyota Uhura. I'm terrible at saying but she's played by Zoe Saldana in the movies, in the movie remakes. But and forgive me everyone if I've completely butchered that character name. I'm much more familiar with TNG than I am with the original series, and I'm just terrible at it. So
and I just love Whoopi's connection to it and her excitement for the show, and the fact that the team and the writing team and all of them are like, they're about it as well. And they're like, hell yeah, let's work to make sure that we can get the script, get Guinan in it, and get her, it's just so remarkable, the teamwork and the excitement that goes into this show.
Yeah.
So cool, and especially now, it's fucking on its feet running. It's so good. This is, and I love when people fuck with time. I love it. I've always been a huge fan of the time travel stuff and stories and all of that, and Doctor Who and blah, blah, blah. And so one of my last favorite, I've had a couple favorite episodes, obviously, Man of what?
Oh, Measure of a Man.
Measure of a Man.
Yeah.
I really liked.
It's definitely up there.
The one with Picard and the shuttle, when they had that weird time thing. That was one of my favorite episodes, because I love it. And right now, this is, not to mimic you, but this is one of my fucking favorite episodes so far. This is remarkable. It was just so good.
Really, it is, and we can have fully different opinions about this, and I didn't want to tell you before we started watching. We're about to watch my favorite episode, because I didn't want to put any pressure or build up any expectation or anything, though I'm sure you could tell something big was going to happen, because I was worried about spoilers for it. But
I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if it was going to be Q mistakenly or something. I didn't know if it was going to be something like that. I honestly never expected to see Tasha ever again.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite episode of the whole series. There are other very good episodes.
I'm sure there will be, but I don't know how you top this. I don't know how you get better than this, because it literally was A+ from start to fucking finish.
Real good.
Start to finish. There was not a moment of it that I did not feel like I was just in that fucking world.
How'd you feel about seeing dead Riker?
I hid my face behind the narwhal, because I kid you not, I was sobbing. I was sobbing behind this. This is all wet. I hid my face and I sobbed a little bit, because I did not fucking like that.
Apparently, so originally they had scripted that there would be more, that in battle would be more gruesome and more deaths.
I couldn't have handled it.
Time and money, they couldn't do all of it, but they were supposed to also kill
probably Data.
Data was gonna get electrocuted,
and probably fucking Geordi.
Actually, it was I don't know for sure, but I do know what the other one is. Apparently, Wesley was supposed to get decapitated. And they didn't end up filming. They wrote them, but they didn't end up filming them.
Bye. I would have. I don't know if I would have been able to emotionally withstand that, because seeing Riker dead literally shattered my heart, because I already knew and accepted that I was going to have to lose Tasha again. And when I saw him get hit, I was like, oh, when they killed the captain,
That's rough. Yeah, she got hit with the shrapnel.
I thought she was going to maybe be hurt severely again or something, but then it pans back, and again, Tasha and
Castillo is the character.
Castillo, again, just such good acting because the two of them, it was such a short moment, but the two of their faces before they turned, I was like, oh no. Yeah. Like, oh no. And then they turned her over and there was that fucking right in her forehead. And I was just like, oh my God. No. Even though I already knew she was going to have to die again, I was just like not ready for that.
It's hard to see it though, yeah.
I was not ready for that. And so then to have it also be Riker was just, that was crazy and just a lot. And then seeing Picard, and I also felt like there were just like subtle character differences.
The way Picard and Riker interacted was different.
Very different. And because, and like Guinan brought up, there should be children on this ship, and Picard was like, you know, there was a difference in his character in this alt universe because he didn't, you know, the Picard grew and changed over these last 3 seasons. I feel like having families and children on, you know, the Enterprise that he's had to deal with and also connect with in some ways. And also, you know, like, and I feel like that's helped him a little bit. And so seeing him, he felt colder, like he felt harsher, and it was just like,
the wartime. Maybe he had to be that way.
I don't like it.
And there's no Worf at all.
No Worf at all. I wasn't sure if we were going to see him, but they're just so wild.
Yeah, so that was
yesterday's. And then Guinan at the end asking to know more about Tasha. Oh no.
Yeah. But now she's died a hero.
Yeah. Perhaps. It wasn't.
We don't know what happened when they went back. It just aligned with the timeline. Well, everyone.
Damn, that was fucking good.
It's good. It's real good. Like I said, there's a ton of extra information about this episode.
There's gotta be. There's no way there's not. So please.
I have only chosen to mention a few little things, but if there's something that you really like that you know about this episode,
please drop it below. Patreon, YouTube, all of it. Tell us. I will definitely be reading. Just no spoils, obviously. Yeah. Because I want to read all the cool facts.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, there we are. We made it. We made it to the episode I've been waiting for us to get to since first episode of the whole thing. So.
Fucking A. That was very good. Holy shit.
Well, y'all, thanks for coming on this journey. And I hope you'll join us next week as your Gallifrey gals continue to boldly watch. But no new has ever watched before.
Make it so.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a little thumbs up, and if you want to be notified when we post new content, go ahead and subscribe to our channel and hit that little bell in the corner.